May you find happiness and peace, and may your home stand the test of time.
Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Mary. Today I'll be reacting to Brainwashed college student get his eyes open to the left's deception. Anyway, without further ado, let's get started.
You create a company that's like close to being a fascist, and then like.
Okay. How am I?
Sorry.
Let's go through this. How am I a fascist?
Dude, like
Can you name one thing I believe that's fascist?
You believe that like you on. Oh, shit.
Let's go.
But
I'm such a bad fascist. I let the people who disagree in open mic to talk to me for 2 hours uninterrupted.
Okay.
I'm an awful fascist. I'm more like a free speech liberal of the 1970s, not a fascist.
But I just want to say, Turning Point USA is a evil company that was funded by thousands of fracking companies, and that just.
No, it's not thousands, but we do have some frackers that give us money. But
and then all it is making the rich more rich.
Fascism to fracking.
That's all it is. That's all it is.
Okay, again, I'm happy to have a debate. I can see you're getting kind of fired up.
I'm sorry.
So, but why are we evil? Like we're having a nice discussion.
Because
all of a sudden you're calling me like
because
a fascist.
It seems like you just want the rich get even more rich. Like
we haven't talked about the rich at all. I mean, so you don't even know my positions on this stuff at all. And by the way, just so we're clear, the wealthiest counties in the country all vote for Democrats. You know that, right? 8 out of 10 of the wealthiest counties in the country vote for Democrats. The wealthiest people, absent Elon Musk, are all on the left. Jeff Bezos, George Soros, Mark Benioff, Mark Zuckerberg, Laurene Powell Jobs. On the left, yes. The richer you are, the more likely you are to be a Democrat and on the left.
Explain that to me, please.
The numbers speak for itself. The Democrats are the party of the oligarchy. Can you name one tech CEO outside of Elon Musk that is a conservative?
I personally think. Let me think. Peter Thiel.
Yeah, that's one. That's one. Larry Page, Google, on the left, worth $120 billion. Sergey Brin, Google, $130 billion on the left. Laurene Powell Jobs, Mackenzie Bezos, Jeff Bezos.
If they're on the left, what has they done that was like quote unquote to do the left stuff?
Well, okay, so Larry Page gives money to left-wing NGOs all the time.
Like, if you're on the left, I don't think you will ever be this rich.
Well, they are. You know why? Because the left
because they're not.
No,
because they're not.
The left is a scam. The left uses
How is this?
Let me tell you why. It's a good question, actually. The left uses people like you that think that, oh, we're going to fight the rich. Well, they protect their oligarchy. While you guys have to keep on working hard and never own anything, when we conservatives are the ones that actually want to restore the American middle class and bring jobs back to this country.
How would you restore?
Let me finish. The left uses people like you every day, and they use people on you by the trans thing, the abortion thing. Keep voting for us because the fascists are going to take your rights away. When who's funding the left? The richest people. George Soros. Do you know who rich George Soros is?
Who is funding? Dude, I have never seen a leftist organization come to campus spreading their propagandas.
Well, because the whole university is a leftist organization spreading propaganda.
It's liberal. There is a clear-cut difference between a leftist and a liberal. Please make that
You're coming
right.
after this in a good way because I'll just say Democrat politics, okay?
Okay.
Almost every major, powerful, wealthy person in the country, over $100 billion in net worth, with the exception of one person, Elon Musk, is on the cultural left and gives money to the left. Mark Zuckerberg gave $400 million in the 2020 election to help get Joe Biden reelected through the Center for Technology and Civic Life. Mackenzie Bezos.
That helps his case, obviously. He would donate money to his...
Okay, but hold on. One second. Mackenzie Bezos with $45 billion, major Biden backer. Laurene Powell Jobs worth $20 billion. Steve Jobs' widow, one of the most radical left-wingers in the Emerson Collective. Mark Benioff from Salesforce worth $12 billion. One of the most radical left-wing guys that you'll see out there. The eBay guy, Omador, one radical left-wing. It's so important for you on the left. You guys are being scammed and gamed, because they talk a good game about building the middle class, but it is not the party of democracy. It's the party of oligarchy. And you can go fact check me tonight, and you might actually have cognitive dissonance. Type in this: wealthiest counties in the country. They almost all vote for Joe Biden. Who gives the most political donations to the left? All the wealthy people. Go look up the top billionaires on the Forbes list, the top 100. Only about 10 of them give the Republican, the other 80 give the Democrat, the other 10 don't give at all. It is mind-blowing when you realize the shift in power the last 10 years. Republicans used to be the party of the rich. You know what changed? We nominated a class traitor as our nominee, Donald Trump. As soon as Donald Trump became our nominee, all the billionaires said, we don't want him anymore. He talks about things we don't like. He wants to end the wars, close the border, bring jobs back to this country. We want to keep on supporting a political party that doesn't want any of that stuff. Explain to me how Joe Biden represents the working class in this country. He doesn't.
He very much supports the unions.
It's a
So-
oh, hold on a second. The union or the union bosses? Big difference. The union bosses support and the rank and file love Trump. The UAW loved Trump more than Biden. The carpenters union loved Trump more than Biden. The police union. The point is this, is that the Democrat Party, they are sitting on a house of cards of young activists that truly want to go like crush the rich. And there is some truth to that. Like there's a very rich oligarchy in this country that remains rich and stays rich off of gaming government systems and public policy. And you guys give them a free pass because you think that we're fascists when in reality, we're the ones that are actually fighting to destroy the oligarchy the most.
Speechless.
All right, last question.
Last point, yeah.
Last question. Let's say, so you do want to fight for the American middle class, and
That's
how?
my, yes.
Okay,
that's my whole-
how does freer the market like helps with the
Well,
middle
again,
class?
I want precision in free markets, but
How does free market support the middle class?
Again, I'm not puritanical, but I think that generally more choices are a good thing. I think that generally supporting entrepreneurs is positive, but I think that mass immigration is really bad for American workers.
There's no mass immigration.
Well, first of all, how many people are? Wow. Well, you're right.
what
There is
mass-
mass invasion, but
Why?
how many people are coming across the southern border every day?
I don't know, but like
no, I'm
it's not
actually genuinely curious. Can you guess?
okay. On what time frame?
Every day.
Every day. 500.
Yeah. It's at its low point. It's at 10,000 right now. It was 15,000
Wow.
last month.
Wow.
So what is that annualized? Let's play that out.
A lot.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah.
So that's mass immigration, right? How many green cards do we give out every year?
Probably a lot.
Yeah, a lot. About
Yeah.
1.2 million,
Well,
right?
what's wrong with giving out green
Wow.
cards?
Think wrong. No, you said
Okay.
there's no mass migration. So I'm just
Okay.
trying to tell you, we do have mass migration, right?
Okay.
We have 3 million on the southern border, and then we have 1 million green cards,
Mm-hmm.
right? That's 4 million a year, right? Which is basically bigger than most U.S. states. Now, everything comes with a cost. When you have mass migration, you're going to get lower wages. But that means you're going to disenfranchise American workers. What are you studying
Yes.
computer science?
Yeah, I am.
Okay, so you're an American born, I'm guessing, American raised. I don't want to
I
assume.
wasn't, but
Okay.
I moved to the U.S.
Okay, well, you're an American now, I guess. I don't know, maybe.
Yeah,
Are you
I
on a
am.
Student visa? Okay, you're going to now have to compete. You're kind of proving my point, but that's a separate issue. You're now going to have to compete against foreign labor for your computer science jobs. I think we have a moral obligation to American-born workers to give them preference and priority and restrict the labor supply so that our computer science majors can have higher wages, not to have suppressed wages so some tech CEO can bring in a bunch of Indians and suppress their, no, nothing against Indians, but just, bring down their wages.
Oh God.
Personally, I just think that like if you came to America and then receive a green card, I think you get to work however you want. Like,
Okay, I think that American-born citizens
and then
should
there
be given.
shouldn't be a priority because they're American citizens.
Well, that's
as long as you're
that's where we're
American
different. I
citizen.
actually think you must have a priority to your own citizens, or else you don't have a government.
That's
You have
true.
something else.
That's true.
If you don't have a priority to your own people, I don't know what you have. You have a colony, not a country. You're just a big economy, and that's fine if that's your position. By the way, your position is held by the ruling elite. Where I think that we should have a country, not just a colony, where the American-born citizens should be given preference over foreigners. Nothing against foreigners. I think they're nice people, but the Americans should be given first preference. And by the way, any sane country believes that. We're like the only country in the world that says, and certain European countries, come on in and take whatever you want.
I love this, and this is why I love Charlie every time, because he's always sincere. He's always talking about what will benefit America and everything that America needs to do to be great. And that is it. It might be selfish, but it's a system that works. Put American first before any other person. Instead of donating money for crisis, donate money to help American grow before you help other people. And that is it. It's like I said before, it may be selfish, but it's the truth. American born are there. They're schooling every day, and make them a priority. Let them have the best job before any other person. It might be racist too, but to me, I feel that is what works, because if this country belongs to me, or I own a building, and my children are there, and I decide to adopt people in and accept them as mine, that does not mean that I should forget about my children simply because I've adopted other people into my home. I have to make sure that yes, my children are well taken care of before I can look at and take care of other people. And that is it. It might be selfish, like I said before, but that is the truth. We are all human, and like you have to make sure your home is good or everything is perfect. There's something that normally happen in my house when visitor visit us. My mom prepare a nice delicacy and make sure the visitors are all well fed before her children. And sometimes I feel like I can't go hungry, and you're trying to impress the visitors. You have to make sure that we are well fed before every other person. Like at least they are secondary. Make sure we are okay, your children, before you look outside. And that is it. Because if right now I'm currently working, I can't let my mom suffer simply because I want to give money to, let's say, someone else. I have to make sure that she's comfortable before giving out money to any other person. Anyway, I love this so much. I love their dialogue, and I love the fact that at the ending part of the video, the guy was able to see reason why Charlie is trying to help Americans. Charlie is trying to help, is pursuing for the better good of America. And I think that is what we all need to look out for. And that is a patriot, someone that believes in America, someone that wants America to work. Because in Africa, we don't really see guys like this. We just see people that they want to get into power. Maybe they want to embezzle money. They want to siphon money for their family and themselves. But to get a person that what they want is the betterment of their country, they are very rare to find. I don't know for other continents, but in my continent, they are very rare. At first we thought maybe empowering youth would do the work, but we ended up empowering one youth as a governor, and this youth embezzled so much, even way more than the older generation. And I felt like, nah, that is not what we need. We need someone that has the passion for the country, not just someone that is ready to embezzle with a little chance they get. And that is the kind of person that I feel like will push Africa and Nigeria forward. Because ever since majority of the African country got their independence, we are still struggling to get a tangible leader, a leader that is for his people. And I think we got that leader in Gaddafi, but everyone kicked against him. They felt like, nah, he's the what's it called, authoritative leader, and so they had to look for a way to take him out. But I feel he's the kind of person that wanted the better things that would work for his citizen. Even if you are not employed, you get something at the end of the month, and at least that you are not sleeping hungry. You see, he's looking out for every citizen. But they were like, he's an autocratic leader and blah blah blah, and that was it. But aside from him, I think the next president that is trying to look out for his country is the president of Rwanda, and I think he's doing a good job right now. And we are praying that other continents or other countries should look out, look at look at what he's doing and try to implement it. I'm talking about other countries in Africa, not me outside Africa. So I want them to look at what he's doing, look at the way he's trying to grow the economy of Rwanda, and try to copy him. Because what we are doing is we're feeling like we know what to do. Like that's what I'm seeing other leaders doing. They feel like they know what to do, but when they get into power, they're not doing anything. Just like the last election we had in Nigeria, we brought in a president that has been that wanted to be president. I don't think he wanted to be a president because of what he can do. Because I feel like he just wanted to have the title. He was once the president of Nigeria, because the first thing he implemented was he's going to devalue the naira. And that from that first day he got into power, like there have been crises, like things have been happening because we've not been able to like stand back on our feet because of the laws. He's a president, so the thing is you have to be mindful of what you say, because whatever you say determine how the country will go. You are not just an ordinary citizen. What your statement count. It holds power. It controls the economy of the country. So there are things you don't just say. And I think that is what he did not realize at that particular time. And he made a statement that brought down our that devalued our naira. And now we are struggling to go back to normal. Anyway, that is what it is about. That what Charlie is trying to point. He's trying to let you know that you might see him as a bad person, but whatever he do, is for the betterment of America. And he have given us reason, like countless reasons. He have talked about the border. He have talked about why Americans should be employed first, or Americans should be given a good job. where I know qualifications stand, but aside from you being qualified for a job, you need to look out for people, like the citizen of the country, to make sure that yes, they are okay. And he said you need to close the border. At least if you want to enter the country the right way. That is he's not stopping American from bringing people in. He said those borders jumpers should stop, because imagine, he said almost 15,000 people jump border, like that was like last month, and it's happening every month. So I don't know, but it's becoming more and more bad. Everyone wants to get into America because American is working, but we should all think that we should all also know that we need to work on ourselves, fix our country, because if we run away to any country in the world, that is not your home. You can decide to nationalize, but there is something that will always want to bring you back to your home. So that's one thing I've seen about people. I don't know if it's just Africa alone. They leave their hometown, they go to a well-developed place, they work throughout their life. They try to enrich themselves, build houses, buy cars, and they forget about their home, where their roots, where they come from. And when they die, everything they work for will be left behind, maybe for their children or whatever, and their body will be sent back home to be buried. And I feel like sometimes if you get to a certain age, just take yourself back home and relax, enjoy the fruit of your labor, and relax there. But you can't relax in a place you've not developed. So that is the thing. No matter what you are doing outside, have the mindset that you're a foreigner. So you can always go back home and see what is happening at home. Lend that helping hand to people that are there. Help develop your home, because there is no place like home. Anyway, this is a beautiful one. I love this so much, and I love the dialogue between Charlie and these guys. And I really, really want to see more videos like this. So if you have any recommendation, let me know in the comment section. If this is the first time visiting the channel, click on the subscribe button. Thanks for watching, and remember blessed.